The 6-month transformation plan, written and published by Echo Elevate. Introduction. The power of 6 months. 6 months. That's all it takes to change your life. Completely. Not by luck. Not by chance. But through a clear plan, consistent effort and a right mindset. This book is not about quick fixes. It's about real transformation. It's about becoming the person you've always known you could be, step by step, month by month. Every great change begins with a decision to start, a decision to stay, a decision to grow. The 6-month transformation plan is your guide to that journey. It's built for action, not just inspiration. Each chapter focuses on one essential area of growth: awareness, mindset, discipline, health, focus and purpose. Together these 6 pillars form the foundation for lasting change. You will learn how to take control of your habits, master your time, and build momentum that keeps you moving forward, even when motivation fades. You will discover how small, consistent actions create massive results over time, and you will begin to understand a powerful truth. Transformation is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens through you. This is not just a book to listen to. It's a roadmap to live by. Each month builds upon the last, guiding you through practical steps and daily disciplines that strengthen your body, mind and purpose. So as you listen, don't just absorb the words. Apply them. Pause when you need to reflect. Revisit lessons that challenge you. Use this plan as a companion, not just a lecture. By the end of 6 months you'll see the world differently, because you'll see yourself differently. You'll have built habits that empower you, a mindset that sustains you, and a vision that pulls you forward. 6 months from now, your story could be completely rewritten, and it all begins with one simple decision: to start today. Chapter 1. Month 1. The foundation of self-awareness. Before you can change your life, you must first understand it. Self-awareness is where transformation begins. It's the mirror you must look into before you can move forward. Many people try to improve their lives by changing what they do, but not enough by changing what they see. They chase new routines, new goals, new habits, yet they remain the same inside. Without self-awareness, every effort becomes a temporary fix. You can't grow beyond what you refuse to see. This first month is about seeing clearly, seeing yourself, your habits, your thoughts, your choices, as they really are, not as you wish they were, because until you know who you are today, you can't become who you want to be tomorrow. Section 1. The power of knowing yourself. Think about a traveler who wants to reach a new destination. If they don't know where they're starting from, even the best map won't help. That's how life works. You can have goals, vision boards, and motivational quotes plastered everywhere, but without knowing where you are, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, your map has no starting point. Self-awareness gives you that starting point. It's the GPS of transformation. It tells you where you truly stand so you can navigate with honesty and purpose. To develop self-awareness, you must be willing to pause and observe, not to judge, not to criticize, just observe. Ask yourself simple but powerful questions. What am I really feeling right now? Why do I react this way when things go wrong? What habits do I repeat that keep me stuck? These are not easy questions, but they open doors that have been closed for years. The goal of month 1 is not to fix everything. The goal is to understand everything. Section 2. The story of Alex. A lesson in awareness. Let me share a simple story. Alex was a talented designer, creative, ambitious, always dreaming big. But every few months he would burn out. He'd start projects full of energy, only to lose motivation halfway through. He blamed his job, his boss, and even the market. One day, he decided to keep a daily journal, just to write a few honest thoughts each night. At first it felt pointless, but after 2 weeks, he noticed something. His frustration always appeared when he ignored rest, skipped meals, and overloaded himself trying to impress others. The problem wasn't his job, it was his lack of awareness. Alex didn't need a new boss, he needed a new understanding of himself. By month's end, he learned to set boundaries, to rest, and to create from a place of clarity instead of pressure. Within 6 months, his life looked completely different. This is the power of awareness. You don't have to rebuild your life overnight. You only need to understand the truth of where you stand. Section 3. The 3 mirrors of awareness. Self-awareness grows through 3 mirrors: reflection, feedback, and observation. Mirror 1. Reflection. Take time every day to reflect. Reflection is the habit of asking yourself, what worked today, what didn't, what can I do better tomorrow? 5 minutes of reflection each evening can save you 5 years of confusion. When you reflect regularly, you begin to notice patterns, the same mistakes, the same fears, the same excuses, and once you see a pattern, you can break it. Mirror 2. Feedback. The second mirror is other people. Sometimes, others can see what we can't. Ask trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues how they see you, not for validation, for perspective. If you listen with humility, you'll discover blind spots that have been shaping your results for years. Feedback is not judgment. It's a gift that reveals the truth you may have missed. Mirror 3. Observation. The third mirror is quiet observation. Watch your own reactions during the day. When you get frustrated, pause. When you feel anxious, ask why. Your emotions are signals, not enemies. They're messages from within, pointing towards something that needs attention. When you start to notice instead of ignore, awareness deepens, and change begins naturally. Section 4. The trap of self-deception. The biggest obstacle to awareness is not ignorance. It's self-deception. It's the small lies we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort. I'm fine. It's not that bad. I'll start when I have more time. Each of these lies becomes a wall between you and growth. In truth, self-awareness requires courage. It asks you to face what you've avoided, the habits, the fears, the unresolved emotions. But facing them doesn't make you weak. It makes you powerful. The moment you admit, "This is where I am," is the moment your transformation begins. Section 5. Practical exercises for month 1. Now that you understand the foundation, it's time for action. Here are a few practices to guide you through this first month. 1. The Awareness Journal. Each night, take 5 minutes to write 3 things. What went well today? What challenged me? What did I learn about myself? This simple habit trains your mind to notice patterns and progress. The pause technique. Before reacting to stress or emotion, pause for 3 seconds. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? This breaks the automatic loop of reaction and opens space for conscious choice. 3. The weekly check-in. Once a week, sit quietly for 10 minutes. Ask yourself, am I living by default or by design? Write down your answer honestly. This reflection keeps your growth on track. 4. The feedback conversation. Choose one trusted person and ask them, what's one thing you think I can improve? Listen without defending. You'll gain insight that years of self-thinking might never reveal. Section 6. From awareness to alignment. Awareness alone is not the end. It's the beginning. Once you start seeing yourself clearly, you can begin aligning your actions with your vision. Think of awareness as switching on the light in a dark room. You can finally see the mess, but you can also see the potential. You notice what needs to be cleaned, what should stay, and what must go. When you align who you are with who you want to become, your actions start to feel natural, not forced. You stop trying to change overnight and start growing every day. This is where transformation begins to feel real, not just as an idea, but as a daily experience. Section 7. The promise of the first month. By the end of this month, you won't have everything figured out, and that's okay. Awareness is not about perfection. It's about perception. You'll start to notice your thoughts more clearly. You'll catch yourself before old habits take over. You'll feel a quiet confidence that comes from understanding yourself. And most importantly, you'll feel momentum. That inner spark that says, I'm no longer asleep at the wheel of my life. The first month lays the foundation. The next months will build upon it. Mindset, discipline, energy, focus and purpose. But all transformation begins here, with awareness. When you know yourself, you can lead yourself. And when you can lead yourself, you can transform your entire life. Chapter 2. Month 2. Reprogram. Your mindset. Transformation begins in the mind. Before anything changes on the outside, it must first change inside you. Your thoughts create your direction. Your mindset shapes your world. This month is about reprogramming that inner system, the mental software that drives every decision you make. If self-awareness was the mirror that showed you who you are, mindset is the engine that moves you toward who you want to become. Section 1. The invisible program running your life. Every person operates from an invisible program, a set of beliefs, attitudes, and mental habits built over years. You may not notice it, but it decides how you think, how you act, and what you believe is possible. If that program is outdated or negative, it will quietly sabotage your goals. You might set big dreams, yet find yourself hesitating, doubting, or giving up halfway. That's not weakness. It's programming. Changing your life means updating your mental code. You must uninstall the thoughts that limit you and replace them with beliefs that empower you. Section 2. The story of Maya. From doubt to direction. Maya worked in sales. She was good, but she never hit her full potential. Each time she approached success, she'd pull back. Deep down she carried a belief that she didn't deserve great things. One day, during a leadership seminar, she heard a line that stopped her cold. You will never outperform the story you tell yourself. That night she wrote down her story, word for word. She realized her self-talk was filled with doubt. I'm not confident. I'm not lucky. Others have it easier. So she began rewriting it. Each morning she said aloud, I am capable. I am learning. I bring value. At first it felt fake, but slowly, her words started to feel real. 6 months later, she led the top team in her division. The only thing that changed was her mindset. Her story changed, and so did her life. You can do the same. Section 3. Understanding the power of belief. Beliefs are like roots. You don't see them, but they determine the fruit your life produces. If your roots are strong and positive, your life grows in the right direction. If they're weak or poisoned by doubt, progress becomes difficult. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe about success? Do I think I'm capable? Do I believe good things can happen for me, or only for others? Your beliefs must match your vision. If you want a better life, your mind must believe it's possible. Reprogramming is not pretending. It's training your mind to see reality through the lens of possibility. Section 4. The 3 steps to reprogramming your mind. Changing your mindset isn't magic. It's method. There are 3 simple but powerful steps. Awareness, replacement and reinforcement. Step 1. Awareness. Notice your inner voice. Every thought has tone. Encouraging or discouraging. Hopeful or fearful. Spend a week just listening. When you catch a negative pattern, pause and label it. That's fear. That's doubt. That's comparison. Naming a thought weakens its control. Step 2. Replacement. Once you identify a limiting thought, replace it with an empowering one. Instead of saying I can't handle this, say I'm learning to handle this. Instead of I always fail, say I'm improving with every attempt. You're not lying to yourself. You're speaking a better truth. Step 3. Reinforcement. Repetition rewires the brain. Write your new beliefs daily. Speak them aloud each morning. Visualize them in action. The brain believes what it hears most often, so let it hear your strength, not your doubt. Section 5. Mindset in action. Real-world practice. To make this practical, choose one area of your life: career, relationships, or health. Write down 3 recurring negative thoughts in that area. Now rewrite each one into a new empowering statement. For example, I never have time becomes I choose what matters most. I'm bad with money becomes I'm learning to manage it better every day. I always mess things up becomes I'm improving with every experience. Say them daily. You'll notice a shift. Small at first, but growing each week. Your focus changes. Your emotions follow. Your actions align. This is not blind positivity. It's mental leadership. Choosing your thoughts instead of letting them choose you. Section 6. Guarding your mind. Your environment shapes your mindset. If you surround yourself with negativity, even the strongest mindset begins to crack. Be mindful of what you read, watch and listen to. Limit the voices that drain your energy. Feed your mind with ideas, people and conversations that lift you higher. When you guard your mind, you guard your future. A simple rule: if it weakens your spirit, limit it. If it strengthens your vision, embrace it. Section 7. The power of visualization. Visualization is mental rehearsal. Your brain doesn't clearly distinguish between imagination and experience. When you see success in your mind, your body and emotions begin preparing for it. Take 5 minutes each morning to visualize your goals. See yourself acting confidently. See yourself finishing what you start. See yourself already becoming the person you're working toward. The more vivid the image, the stronger the belief, and belief always precedes achievement. Section 8. When doubt returns, even with progress, doubt will whisper. That's normal. It means you're growing. The mind resists change because it seeks comfort. When that happens, don't fight the doubt. Face it. Say to yourself, this is old programming trying to come back. Then reaffirm your new truth. Every time you do, you strengthen the new pattern. Change is repetition under pressure. Each test refines your mindset until it becomes unshakable. Section 9. Practical exercises for month 2. Morning affirmations. Choose 3 short, powerful statements that reflect your new beliefs. Speak them every morning with conviction. The thought tracker. Keep a small notebook or note app. When a negative thought appears, write it down. Later, rewrite it in empowering form. Visualization ritual. Spend 5 minutes daily seeing your ideal self in detail. How you act, speak and move. Media fast. Reduce exposure to negative news or gossip for 1 week. Notice how your mind feels lighter and clearer. These simple practices build new mental circuits, one repetition at a time. Section 10. The new operating system. By the end of month 2, you'll begin to think differently. You'll pause before reacting. You'll catch yourself when negativity appears. You'll start to see solutions instead of problems. You are building a new operating system, one that supports your goals instead of sabotaging them. This mindset won't make life easier, but it will make you stronger. Challenges will still come, but you'll face them with clarity and control. Remember this truth: the quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. Guard your mind, feed it daily, and it will serve you for the rest of your journey. Chapter 3. Month 3. Master discipline and habits. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It's the silent power that separates those who wish from those who win. Without discipline, even the best plans remain unfinished dreams. With it, almost anything becomes possible. This month is about building that bridge. One action, one habit, one day at a time. Section 1. The truth about discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It's training. It's the art of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is emotional. It rises and falls. Discipline is structural. It stands firm even when your emotions fade. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it grows. If you practice it daily, even in small things, you'll find strength spreading into every area of your life. Section 2. The story of Daniel. The power of daily consistency. Daniel wanted to get fit. He tried every diet, every workout, every shortcut. Nothing stuck. One day, instead of chasing big goals, he decided to do something different. He promised himself just 20 minutes of movement each morning. No excuses. The first week was hard. The second week was better. By week 4, it became automatic. 6 months later, he'd not only changed his body, he'd changed his mindset. He realized it was never about the workout. It was about keeping promises to himself. That's the secret. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about doing the small things well every single day. Section 3. Habits. The building blocks of your future. Your life is shaped by what you do repeatedly. Habits are the foundation of every success or failure. If you want to predict your future, look at your daily habits. They're the small silent actions that decide who you'll become. Good habits move you forward automatically. Bad habits hold you back quietly. The goal this month is simple. Identify which habits serve your vision and which ones steal it. Section 4. The habit loop. How behavior is built. Every habit follows a simple pattern. Cue, routine, reward. The cue triggers the behavior. The routine is the action itself. The reward is the satisfaction that reinforces it. To build better habits, don't rely on willpower. Redesign the loop. If you want to read more, place a book where you can see it. If you want to exercise, prepare your clothes the night before. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with better choices. Make good habits easy, and bad habits difficult. Your environment can be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy. Section 5. The myth of motivation. Most people wait to feel ready, but readiness is an illusion. You'll never wake up one morning suddenly filled with endless motivation. Discipline starts where motivation ends. Start small. Start even when you don't feel like it. Because once you start, momentum builds. You can't control how you feel every day, but you can control what you do. And action often creates the feeling you were waiting for. Section 6. The 5-minute rule. There's a simple trick that turns resistance into motion. The 5-minute rule. When you don't feel like doing something, tell yourself, I'll just do it for 5 minutes. 5 minutes of cleaning. 5 minutes of writing. 5 minutes of studying. Most of the time, once you begin, you'll continue far beyond 5 minutes. Starting is the hardest part. After that, momentum takes over. Use this technique anytime you face hesitation. It trains your brain to act, not argue. Section 7. The 2 sides of discipline. Doing and not doing. Discipline isn't only about what you start, it's also about what you stop. It means saying no to distractions, temptations, and time wasters. Every no protects your yes. Decide what deserves your energy, and what doesn't. Each choice you make is a vote for the person you're becoming. You build your future not in grand moments, but in quiet decisions, repeated daily. Section 8. Real-world examples of habit mastery. Successful people don't rely on bursts of motivation. They build systems that support their goals. An author writes 1 page each morning before breakfast. A musician practices 10 minutes before checking their phone. A leader reviews their priorities every Sunday night. These routines may seem small, but together they form unstoppable momentum. Discipline is not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things, repeatedly. Section 9. Practical exercises for month 3. 1. The non-negotiable one. Choose one small daily habit you will not skip for 30 days. It could be journaling, stretching, or waking up at a set time. Keep it sacred. 2. The trigger shift. Identify one bad habit and its trigger. Replace it with a positive response. Example: when stressed, take a deep breath instead of scrolling your phone. 3. The 5-minute start. Pick a task you've been avoiding. Commit to 5 minutes each day until it no longer feels heavy. 4. The weekly reflection. Each weekend, ask, what did I stay consistent with? What slipped? Why? Awareness builds adjustment. Adjustment builds mastery. Section 10. When discipline gets difficult. There will be days when you want to quit. When progress feels slow. When excuses sound louder than goals. Remember, struggle is proof of growth. No muscle strengthens without resistance. Don't measure success by perfection. Measure it by persistence. If you fall, stand again. If you miss a day, return the next. Consistency over time matters more than flawless streaks. Each comeback builds confidence. Section 11. The momentum effect. The end of month 3. Your habits will begin to take shape. You'll start feeling proud of the small things. The early wake-ups. The finished tasks. The promises kept. That pride fuels momentum. And momentum makes discipline feel natural instead of forced. When you realize you can rely on yourself, you stop waiting for external motivation. You become your own source of strength. Discipline, once a challenge, becomes a lifestyle. And that's when real transformation begins. Chapter 4. Month 4. Strengthen your body and energy. Your body is the vehicle that carries your dreams. If the vehicle breaks down, even the strongest mind can't go far. You can have purpose, passion, and discipline, but without energy, progress slows. That's why month 4 focuses on the foundation of all achievement, your physical strength and energy. This is not about chasing perfection. It's about creating vitality, the kind of energy that fuels your focus, lifts your mood, and powers your performance. Section 1. The connection between body and mind. Your mind and body are not separate worlds. They talk to each other constantly. When your body feels tired, your thoughts become heavier. When your body feels strong, your mind feels clear and confident. Have you noticed how even a short walk can change your mood? That's because movement creates momentum, not only in your muscles but also in your mindset. If you want to grow in discipline, creativity, or focus, start with your body. Energy creates opportunity. Section 2. The story of Elena. From exhausted to energized. Elena was a busy entrepreneur. Her days were packed with meetings, deadlines, and late nights. She told herself she didn't have time for exercise or proper meals. Every morning she woke up drained. Coffee became her fuel, but her focus kept fading. She was successful on paper, but exhausted in spirit. One morning she decided to change. She started walking for 15 minutes before work. She swapped fast food for simple home-cooked meals. She stopped scrolling late at night and began sleeping earlier. At first it felt inconvenient, but within 3 weeks her energy doubled. She thought clearer. She smiled more. Her work improved because she improved. Elena learned what most people forget. Productivity begins with physiology. You can't perform at your best when your body runs on empty. Section 3. The 4 pillars of physical energy. To strengthen your energy, focus on 4 pillars: movement, nutrition, rest and recovery. 1. Movement. You don't need a gym membership to move. You just need a commitment to stay active. Walk more, stretch often, take the stairs. Small movements add up. Aim for consistency, not intensity. It's better to move daily for 20 minutes than to overtrain once a week. Movement keeps your energy flowing. 2. Nutrition. Food is fuel, not just comfort. What you eat directly affects how you think and feel. Eat real foods. Fruits, vegetables, proteins, whole grains. Drink water often. Reduce sugar and processed foods that drain your energy. You don't have to be perfect. Just be intentional. 3. Rest. Rest is not laziness. It's strategy. Your body repairs, recharges, and resets during rest. Sleep at least 7 hours when possible. Turn off screens early. Create a calm environment for recovery. A well-rested mind works faster and makes better decisions. 4. Recovery. Listen to your body. When you feel sore, slow down. When you feel overwhelmed, breathe deeply. Recovery is where strength grows. Balance effort with ease. Your energy expands when you respect your limits. Section 4. The role of morning routines. Mornings set the tone for the day. A strong morning creates momentum that lasts for hours. Start your day with 3 simple actions. Hydrate. Drink a glass of water to wake your system. Move. Stretch or walk for 5 minutes. Breathe. Take a moment of calm before the noise begins. You don't need a complex routine. You just need one that aligns with your life. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to begin each day with energy and intention. Section 5. The hidden cost of low energy. Many people think they're unmotivated, but they're really just exhausted. When you're low on energy, even simple tasks feel heavy. Your patience shortens. Your focus fades. You begin to question your goals, not because they're wrong, but because your body can't keep up. Your mind performs best when your body supports it. When you care for your energy, clarity returns. High energy is not just about fitness. It's about freedom. The freedom to create, to think clearly, to show up fully. Section 6. Practical ways to recharge daily. Move every hour. Stand, stretch or walk for 1 minute every 60 minutes. Eat with awareness. Notice how foods make you feel after eating. Keep what energizes you. Reduce what drains you. Breathe deeply. Practice slow breathing whenever stress builds. Oxygen fuels both mind and body. Take power breaks. Short rests during the day. Prevent burnout later. Stay hydrated. Keep water near you always. Dehydration mimics fatigue. These small acts protect your energy like deposits in a savings account. Every one of them adds value over time. Section 7. The mind-body feedback loop. When your body feels good, your mind produces better thoughts. When your mind is positive, your body performs better. It's a loop, a cycle of vitality. Each supports the other. You can't meditate your way out of exhaustion, and you can't exercise your way out of emotional neglect. Balance both. Feed your body with movement. Feed your mind with peace. This is the harmony that sustains transformation. Section 8. The power of sleep and stillness. In a world that celebrates non-stop activity, stillness is a superpower. Sleep and rest are not signs of weakness. They are essential tools of renewal. Think of your energy like a bank account. You can't keep withdrawing without deposits. Sleep is one of those deposits. Set a bedtime routine. Dim the lights. Reflect on what went well today. Let your mind and body settle into rest. Tomorrow's success begins the night before. Section 9. The 30-day energy challenge. For this month, commit to these 4 actions. Move daily. Choose an activity you enjoy. Walking, stretching, yoga, or light exercise. Eat clean. Add 1 healthy meal per day. Focus on balance, not restriction. Rest well. Set a consistent bedtime and protect your sleep window. Recharge mindfully. End each day with quiet reflection instead of screens. Keep a short log of how your energy feels each morning. Within weeks you'll notice patterns and progress. Section 10. Energy is a choice. Your energy is not fixed. It's something you build and protect. Every meal, every hour of sleep, every deep breath, they all shape the strength you carry into life. Remember, your body is not an obstacle to success. It's the instrument through which success plays its music. Take care of it. Respect it. Strengthen it. Because when your body thrives, your life accelerates. Your goals feel lighter. Your confidence rises. Your presence deepens. Chapter 5. Month 5. Build focus and productivity. Focus is power. When your attention is scattered, your energy leaks. When your attention is clear, your results multiply. Productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Consistently, calmly, and with purpose. This month, you'll learn to master your attention, protect your time, and create systems that bring results without burnout. Section 1. The modern enemy. Distraction. Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. We live in a world that competes for our attention every minute. Notifications, endless scrolling, constant noise, all designed to steal your focus. The truth is, focus isn't lost, it's traded. Every time you say yes to distraction, you say no to progress. Your attention is your most valuable currency. Spend it wisely. If you can learn to focus deeply, even for short periods, you can accomplish what takes others hours. Section 2. The story of Leo. The cost of multitasking. Leo was a marketing manager who prided himself on being a multitasker. He answered emails during meetings, checked messages while writing reports, and constantly jumped between projects. He felt busy every day, yet rarely finished anything important. His stress grew, his results shrank, and his motivation dropped. One day, a mentor asked him a simple question: do you want to look busy, or do you want to be effective? That question changed everything. Leo began to focus on one task at a time, deeply, and without interruption. Within weeks, his output doubled. He discovered that productivity isn't about doing many things. It's about doing one thing with mastery. Section 3. The Law of Single Focus. Your brain is designed for depth, not chaos. When you focus on one thing at a time, your mind enters a powerful state called flow. Time disappears, energy increases, performance peaks. But when you split your attention, your brain resets each time, wasting energy with every switch. To be truly productive, simplify your focus. Ask yourself each morning, what's the one thing that will move me forward today? Then give it your full attention. Section 4. The Myth of Busyness. Being busy doesn't mean being productive. Busyness is movement without progress, motion without direction. Productivity means doing what matters most, not what screams the loudest. Many people fill their days with tasks that look important, but achieve little. You must separate the urgent from the essential. The urgent demands attention. The essential defines your direction. When you choose the essential, you choose progress over noise. Section 5. Time blocking. The secret weapon. One of the most effective ways to build focus is time blocking. Here's how it works. You divide your day into dedicated blocks of time, each assigned to a single task or category of work. No multitasking, no interruptions. When it's focus time, you focus. When it's rest time, you rest fully. Start with just one focused block per day, even 30 minutes. Protect that time like it's sacred. Over time, expand it. Consistency creates compound results. Section 6. The energy curve of the day. Your productivity follows your energy, not your schedule. Some people perform best in the morning, others in the evening. Pay attention to your natural rhythm. Plan your most important work during your peak hours. Handle lighter tasks when your energy dips. When you align work with energy, you get more done in less time, with less stress. Section 7. The Power of Elimination. You can't focus on what matters if you're overwhelmed by what doesn't. Every month, review your commitments. Ask yourself, does this serve my goals or distract from them? Learn to say no, kindly but firmly. Each no creates space for a meaningful yes. Simplicity is the foundation of focus. The fewer things you chase, the faster you grow. Section 8. The Tools of Focus. The 2-3 list. Instead of endless to-dos, choose your top 3 priorities each day. Complete them first. The focus timer. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat. Short bursts sustain attention. Digital detox. Silence notifications and schedule screen-free hours. Your mind needs quiet to think deeply. The workspace rule. Keep your workspace clean and uncluttered. Physical order creates mental clarity. Focus thrives in simplicity. Section 9. The Story of the Archer. Imagine an archer aiming at a distant target. He draws his bow slowly, breath steady, eyes fixed. He doesn't rush. He doesn't look around. He waits for the perfect moment and releases with precision. That's focus. calm, deliberate, intentional. If the archer looked left or right every second, he'd never hit the mark. The same applies to life. Where your eyes go, your energy flows. Section 10. Balancing focus and rest. Focus without rest leads to burnout. Your brain needs cycles. Intensity followed by recovery. Work with focus, then step away. Walk, stretch, breathe, or simply sit in silence. When you return, your mind feels fresh and ready. Productivity is not about endless effort. It's about rhythm. Work, rest, recover, repeat. Section 11. The weekly review. Each week, take 30 minutes to reflect. Ask yourself, what did I accomplish? What distracted me? What can I simplify next week? Reflection sharpens focus. It transforms activity into awareness. Without reflection, even success loses direction. Section 12. The power of intentional living. Focus isn't just a skill, it's a lifestyle. When you live with intention, every action has meaning. You stop reacting and start directing your life. When your mind is clear, your days become purposeful. You feel lighter, calmer, and more in control. You stop surviving time and start mastering it. Section 13. The 30-Day Focus Challenge. This month, commit to these daily habits. Plan your top 3 priorities each morning. Set at least one focus time block every day. Silence notifications during deep work. End the day with 5 minutes of reflection. Simple steps, powerful results. Do this for 30 days, and your relationship with time will change forever. Section 14. Focus is freedom. At the end of this month, you'll notice something profound. You'll feel calmer, even when life is busy. You'll start finishing what you start. You'll realize that less chaos means more creativity. Focus gives you freedom. Freedom to choose where your time goes and what your life becomes. When your mind is centered, and your priorities clear, success stops feeling like a chase, and starts feeling like a flow. Chapter 6. Month 6. Purpose, vision, and momentum. You've come a long way. 5 months of growth, reflection, and discipline have brought you to this point. Now it's time to lift your eyes from the ground and look ahead toward your purpose, your vision, and the life you are building. Purpose gives your journey meaning. Vision gives it direction. Momentum gives it life. When these 3 align, you move with power, not from pressure, but from purpose. Section 1. Why purpose matters. Purpose is the fuel that drives long-term success. Without it, discipline fades, and goals lose meaning. Purpose answers the question why. Why do you want to grow? Why do you want success? Why do you wake up every morning and push forward? When your actions connect to a higher purpose, you stop forcing effort and start flowing in alignment. You don't have to chase motivation because purpose becomes your natural drive. Section 2. The story of Amir. From confusion to clarity. Amir was talented, but restless. He worked hard, switched jobs often, and felt unfulfilled despite achieving much. One night, while reflecting, he asked himself a simple but powerful question. If my life ended today, what would I regret not doing? That question became his turning point. He realized his true passion was mentoring others, helping young people grow. He began volunteering once a week, and for the first time in years, he felt alive. Purpose didn't add more to his life. It gave meaning to what was already there. His energy returned. His confidence grew. His work improved because his heart was finally connected to his actions. That's what purpose does. It connects your effort to your essence. Section 3. Finding your purpose. Finding purpose is not about discovering something outside yourself. It's about uncovering what's already within you. Ask yourself 3 guiding questions. What do I love doing, even when it's difficult? What comes naturally to me that helps others? What kind of impact do I want to leave behind? Purpose often hides at the intersection of passion, skill, and service. It's not always loud. Sometimes it's a quiet pull towards something meaningful. Listen to it. And remember, purpose evolves. It grows as you grow. Section 4. The power of vision. If purpose is your why, vision is your where. It's the picture of your future that pulls you forward. A clear vision acts like a compass. When distractions appear, it keeps you pointed in the right direction. Close your eyes for a moment. See yourself 1 year from now. What does your life look like? How do you feel each morning? Who are you becoming? Hold that image in your mind. That's your North Star. Your actions from this day forward should move you toward it. Section 5. The Vision Board Principle. Visualization turns dreams into direction. Create a vision board, digital or physical. Fill it with images, words, and goals that represent your ideal life. Place it where you'll see it daily. But here's the key. Don't just look at it. Feel it. Let it remind you not just of what you want but of why you're doing the work. Each time you see it, you reinforce your purpose and strengthen your momentum. Section 6. The Law of Momentum. Momentum is progress multiplied by consistency. It's the invisible force that carries you when motivation fades. You build momentum through action. Each small step compounds into confidence. Each bit of progress fuels the next. But here's what most people forget. Momentum doesn't start big. It starts small. It begins the moment you decide to keep going, even when it's hard. When you continue long enough, your habits take over. That's when transformation becomes effortless. Section 7. The Story of Lena. Keeping the Flame Alive. Lena finished her 6-month transformation feeling proud, but also nervous. She feared losing the progress she'd made, so she created what she called her momentum map. Every Sunday she reviewed her goals, planned her week, and checked her energy. She celebrated small wins and adjusted where she struggled. Over time, this routine kept her growth alive. 6 months turned into a lifestyle. Transformation became who she was, not just what she did. Lena's story is a reminder. Momentum is not maintained by perfection, but by rhythm. Review, refine, and keep moving. Section 8. Purpose in action. Purpose without action is potential wasted. The best way to strengthen your sense of meaning is to live it out daily. Ask yourself each morning, how can I serve my purpose today? Maybe it's showing kindness when it's not expected. Maybe it's finishing a task with excellence. Maybe it's mentoring someone who needs your wisdom. Purpose lives in small acts done with big intention. Section 9. Reigniting passion through gratitude. As you move forward, remember to pause for gratitude. Gratitude keeps your spirit light and your focus sharp. Each evening, reflect on 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be grand. Even a smile, a meal, or a moment of peace counts. Gratitude turns progress into joy. It reminds you that success is not just about reaching the top, but about appreciating the climb. Section 10. The 30-Day Purpose Challenge. To close your 6-month journey, here's your final challenge. Write your purpose statement in 1 sentence. Keep it clear and personal. Create a vision board that represents your next 6 months. Review it every morning for 30 days. Each week, do one action that reflects your purpose, big or small. By the end of this month, your purpose will no longer be a concept. It will be a lifestyle. Section 11. The transformation cycle. Now, take a moment to reflect. Month 1 taught you self-awareness, the ability to see yourself clearly. Month 2 reprogrammed your mindset, the way you think. Month 3 built discipline, the bridge between ideas and results. Month 4 strengthened your energy, the fuel that powers performance. Month 5 sharpened your focus, the ability to direct your efforts wisely. And now, Month 6 gives you purpose, the meaning behind it all. This is your foundation for lifelong growth. Section 12. Living with momentum. The journey doesn't end here. It begins anew. Transformation is not a 6-month event. It's a lifetime evolution. Keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow. Revisit your goals. Reignite your purpose. Refuel your energy. Momentum is a cycle of motion, reflection, action, and renewal. Keep it alive, and you'll keep growing. Section 13. The final message. 6 months ago you made a choice to begin, and that single choice changed everything. You've built awareness, discipline, focus, and strength. You've created a vision, grounded in purpose and powered by consistency. Now carry it forward. Live each day with intention. Let your actions reflect your highest values. 6 months ago you started a plan. Today you live a new identity. This is your transformation, not just completed but continued. Conclusion. The new you. 6 months ago you made a decision, a quiet, powerful decision, to grow, to take control of your life, to stop waiting for the perfect moment, and start creating it. And here you are, 6 months later, stronger, wiser, and more aware than ever before. This is not the end of a plan. It's the beginning of a new chapter, the chapter of you becoming who you were meant to be. Section 1. The journey you've taken. In month 1, you learned to see yourself clearly. You built self-awareness, the foundation of all transformation. You faced your habits, your patterns, and your truth, and you discovered that real change starts not with blame, but with honesty. In month 2, you reprogrammed your mindset. You replaced fear with faith, doubt with confidence, and excuses with action. You learned that your mind is your greatest tool, or your greatest trap, and you chose to master it. In month 3, you built discipline and habits. You realized that success isn't about massive effort once in a while, but small, consistent effort every day. You stopped relying on motivation and started relying on commitment. In month 4, you strengthened your body and energy. You learned that health is not just physical, it's spiritual. You began treating your body as your ally, not your enemy. You discovered how movement, nutrition, and rest build clarity of mind and strength of heart. In month 4, you mastered focus and productivity. You learned that attention is your greatest currency. You simplified your schedule, protected your time, and worked with precision instead of pressure. You stopped being busy and started being effective. And in month 6 you discovered your purpose, your vision, and your momentum. You found direction. You felt meaning. You learned that transformation is not just about reaching goals. It's about becoming aligned with your deeper why. This journey has reshaped more than your habits. It has reshaped your identity. Section 2. The power of identity. You're no longer the same person who began this plan. You've built something far more powerful than goals. You've built identity. You've proven that consistency is possible, That self-control is teachable. That purpose can outlast pain. Every habit you've built, every decision you've honored, every moment you chose growth over comfort, it has created a new you. Not perfect, not finished, but awake, aware, aligned. Transformation doesn't happen in one moment of inspiration. It happens in thousands of small moments of decision. And you've made them, one by one. Section 3. What happens next? Now the question is, what will you do with this momentum? The 6-month transformation plan was never meant to be a finish line. It was meant to be a launch pad. The real journey begins now, when you take what you've learned and build a life around it. Keep reflecting, keep growing, keep evolving. Review your purpose each month. Refine your goals as you grow. And remember that consistency beats intensity, always. When life gets busy, come back to your foundation: awareness, mindset, discipline, energy, focus, purpose. These are your anchors, your core pillars. When you live by them, no setback can truly stop you. Section 4. The mirror test. Stand in front of a mirror and take a moment to look at yourself. Not the face, not the expression, but the person behind the eyes. That person has grown. That person has endured. That person has chosen progress over comfort, clarity over confusion, and action over excuses. You are not who you were 6 months ago. You have evolved. You have awakened. And now, your reflection shows someone who leads, someone who builds, someone who lives with purpose. Section 5. The law of continuation. Momentum doesn't end. It continues through renewal. Every new goal, every new project, every new challenge can be guided by the same principles that brought you here. Don't let perfection slow you down. Don't wait for the right time. Keep showing up. Some days you'll move fast. Some days you'll crawl forward. Both are progress, because movement keeps momentum alive. Remember, transformation is not an event. It's a lifestyle. And as long as you keep moving, you keep transforming. Section 6. A message for the future you. Months from now, you'll look back on this season, and you'll remember the moment you decided to begin. You'll remember the early mornings, the moments of doubt, the quiet victories no one saw, and you'll realize something powerful, that you built yourself. You didn't just change your schedule, you changed your standards. You didn't just start a plan, you started a new life. And the best part, you can do it again, and again, and again, in any area you choose to grow. Section 7. The final reflection. So here you are, at the end of this book, and the beginning of something greater. You've learned that growth begins with awareness. That progress is powered by discipline. That energy fuels focus. That purpose gives life direction. You've built momentum, not just for 6 months but for a lifetime. And now, you hold the greatest truth of all. You are the author of your transformation. Every choice you make writes the next line of your story. So write it well. Write it with courage. Write it with purpose. Because the new you, the one you've worked for, sacrificed for, believed in, is ready to live, to lead and to rise.